Climate change is currently the greatest major single threat to planetary life and any of its progress. In Kenya, more than 90% of Kenya's landscape is facing degradation, 61% high degradation and 27% severe degradation. The country has in recent time experienced the worst drought in 40 years, coupled by the ongoing El Niño phenomenon, the worst ever recorded in our history. More than 2.5 million livestock deaths have been recorded, as well as loss of human lives and immense suffering to communities. All this is largely attributable to a changing global climate. As a response to the above issues, the government of Kenya has launched a special presidential program that aims to plant 15 billion tree seedlings within a duration of 10 years.
Sote tumeungana kwa sababu mambo ya mazingira ni ya muhimu. Climate change is a reality we can never wish away anymore. Na ndio sababu tumekuja hapa kuungana na nyinyi. Munajua tulikubaliana ya kwamba tunapanda miti bilioni 15.
The rationale for the presidential directive aims to 1. Restore ecological integrity of ecosystems, 2. Implementation of actions under the 2021-2030 UN Decade of Ecosystems Restoration, 3. Forests and trees as foundational pillar for the success of other productive sectors such as agriculture, tourism, manufacturing and energy. 4. Climate change response, biodiversity conservation, landscape restoration, all this as the triple planetary crisis. 5. To strengthen community resilience to climate change. 6. To give support to priority government development programs, that is, food security, housing and settlement, manufacturing and industrialization and healthcare. And 7. Realization of global commitments, majorly climate change, biodiversity and desertification conventions. While at the heart of Elgeyo-Marakwet County beats in sync with the rhythm of athleticism and the harmony of nature, the very essence that fuels the training of champions and paints the backdrop of their journey has not been spared by this unfolding global challenge. The picturesque town of Iten, nestled amidst rolling hills and serene landscapes, which has long been a haven for athletes seeking the perfect training ground, now has its tranquil facade masking a looming threat: climate change. Climate change has cast a shadow over Iten's coveted weather, disrupting the very essence of what makes this place a global athletic destination. The climate change effects, coupled with rampant deforestation, looms as a shadow over the sustainability of Iten's unique weather and the revered athletics training circuit for the best and the raw global talents. The unfolding effects include the unpredictability of weather affecting the training schedules. From scorching heat to unexpected downpours to flooding and massive landslides, it's become more challenging to maintain consistency and optimize the athlete's potential. Rising temperatures and erratic weather unchecked is slowly impacting the trainees' performance.
Training track naona uwanja nile tuko na matatizo kidogo wakati wa mvua. Hatuna mahali ya kutrainia uwanja ile mzuri. So nile tulikuwa tunaomba usaidizi kidogo ile serikali ya kaunti watusaidie kwa kutengenezea uwanja ndio tuweze kutrain mzuri kabisa, ndio tuweze kupata matokeo bora.
It's more than just training. It's about adapting to these changes to stay at the top of our game. That is part of the Iten's gem.
And these roads actually has helped us a lot, though there's much to be done about it because some of the terrains are so rough that they need to be done some work to make it at least have some good maram for training. And athletes have managed, however, they have managed training successfully without the roads are. But we really pray and request that if there will be some better improvement on the road service as well as also on the other sides of the road, to have more trees so that we can have more oxygen coming in the oxygen will also help us also in breathing and everything that we do on the road.
Amidst these adversities, athletes in Iten are pioneering a new paradigm where resilience meets sustainable interventions, a vision propelled by a community united in purpose, planting seeds of change and revitalizing the very roots of their athletic legacy. Through an ambitious tree planting project aimed at restoring the training ecosystem that has made Iten the world capital city of athletics, athletes, coaches, and the local community have embarked on a journey.
Wakimbiaji wenzangu wa coaches na wale wa maapons wakuwe champion ya kupanda miti, kwa sababu miti ni why, kwa sababu ina maji. Kwanza utakuwa na environment mzuri, utakuwa kwa altitude, kama ni altitude utapata altitude mzuri. The conducive environment will be available for athletes. Halafu pia najua kama miti ni mingi, maji inatoka.
A journey to plant 1 million high-carbon sequestration trees along the training circuits in Iten within the next 2 years.
This is a tree that can take over even 500 years in terms of carbon. It will assist us so much in absorption of the carbon, hence preventing the emission of the green gases to our atmosphere, and giving us a very good climatic conditions.
We love so many athletes coming to Iten if we maintain the climate by planting trees. And the kind of trees that we are planting today are the ones that will take carbon dioxide. So I think in future the air will be clean.
For an athlete to run, it needs a lot of good air, and I mean the tree always is a friendly to athletes. If you see in this Elgeyo Marakwet or here in Iten, if you go around the training area, we always train in a tree in an environmental area. So the significance of this tree is it will give us a lot of good health as athletics, and also make us to have that fresh air which athletes needs.
With the urgency of climate change, athletes have united to plant trees, not just for the environment, but as allies in their pursuit of excellence.
Kwa majina naitwa Dennis Kipkemboi, nakimbia marathon, half marathon Kenya na pia nchi za nje. Na siku ya leo tunapanda miti Iten kwa ajili ya hewa nzuri kwa mazoezi yetu na kila mwananchi.
We know the biology behind it, about respiration, what the trees produce during the day, during the night, and it's going to make the climate conducive for the athletes, that as they practice and run around, they have that is fresh oxygen.
The rehabilitation of the athletes' training circuit, a collaborative endeavor driven by a multi-stakeholders platform christened Love Embraced, is championed by Parklands Baptist Church, the Interfaith Council of Elgeyo Marakwet, in collaboration with the county and national government stakeholders, and led by the athletes, their managers, coaches, and the community, is a game changer in the restorative and sustainability intervention in Elgeyo Marakwet County.
When it comes to tree planting, it goes hand in hand with conservation of environment, and also the theme of the marathon, which is environmental resilience. And we want to assure our partners who are here with us today, the Baptist Church, that the trees that we are going to plant today, we will not just plant, we will grow them. And we have our officers who are already within here, and we will ensure that they are here 24/7 so that they take care of the trees.
in any development we are doing within our wards, we should bring in the aspect of climate resilience. Because this is now what we call, this for sure changed the beauty and change, what can I say, it improved our climate within Iten. So I want to appeal to all our locals that whenever we are prioritizing our projects, let us also come out clearly on how we can also improve our climate resilience within our wards.
There's going to be a serious climate challenge, particularly here in Iten, that when there is not enough trees or the ecosystem is disturbed, even the athletes who come to train here are going to have a difficult time getting the best climate for their training.
These sustainable interventions not only are aimed at countering climate change, but also to serve as an indispensable tool for athletes, providing them with a conducive and resilient training environment.
Uhusiano ya wanariadha na miti ni very close. What we release, what we take, very important. We get oxygen, of course, which of course will build our red blood cells, and of course, our carbon dioxide is coming from our breath will definitely benefit the trees.
The trees, both ornamental and fruit trees, will serve not only as guardians of the environment, but as companions to athletes, enhancing their training moods and creating a sustainable and nurturing training environment while preserving Iten's sporting excellence and environmental heritage for the long haul.
We've done a lot of environmental conservation. Right now, we've actually done about 3 million. We've done over 235,000 fruit trees. We've done indigenous trees over 600,000. We've done exotic trees, cumulatively with about 3 million at the moment. So when an opportunity like this one comes on board that I want to do trees, we are always there to ensure that at least we are doing it for the future sustainability of our county.
Building climate resilience in Iten's athletic community is crucial. Sustainable interventions like tree planting in Kimariny Stadium and along all the training circuits and in the community will not only combat climate change, but also offer a conducive environment for athletes to thrive.
We are truly happy today to partner with the Iten International Marathon to plant trees at Iten Police Station. Iten is a place that is really known for athlete as a training ground, but it's also the county itself is known for the environmental conservation through its forest cover. We are currently at number 5, nationally in terms of our forest cover. But a lot of work that has gone into it, as a contribution from our organization, right from, the schools where we go to schools, train them on the importance of environmental conservation, launch eco clubs, those are environmental clubs, and plant trees. Why we are doing so is because we want to raise a generation of young people who are, who understand the importance of conserving the environment, and more importantly, taking that conversation home.
Being part of this initiative not only aims at producing better athletes, but also stewards of our environment.
Lakini tusikimbie peke yake. Kwa sababu gani tuweze kukimbia? Tutakimbia na ile objective ama ile kitu itasimamia ni kwamba tuweze kuhakikisha ya kwamba tunalinda mazingira, tunaweza kuandaa jamii kwa ile hali ya anga ambayo inaendelea. Kwa sababu tunajua kwamba climate change is real, na jinsi gani tunaweza kuandaa jamii. Na kwa sababu hiyo tukaweza kuweka ile run for climate resilience.
It's our responsibility to protect what makes Iten unique, and on this base, we invite you to join and make your contribution to preserving Kenya's pride.
It's a platform that invites those friends and partners who are interested to spread love. And as we have spent time in Elgeyo Marakwet interacting with the people of Elgeyo Marakwet and her neighbors, with time, it has become very clear what the concern that Love Embraced must associate itself with. with the changing environment and degradation of the climatic conditions within this county, if we do not look at how to secure the future, the next 20 years or so, we may be trying to create a mitigation on one side, and on the other hand, there could be a degradation that might spur up, create rather the next source of conflict. This is where the world converges. Every athlete that is keen to enhance their craft, they have at one point to come here because of the high altitude. They have to come and practice here. And so it is so important that we involve ourselves in making sure that these children, this generation that we want to be involved in crafting and taking care of their mindset and the opportunities they are able to see. We also have to think about those children as they grow up and as they mature to start practicing to be the next breed of athletes. We have to ask ourselves, will they find a place? Will this still be the high altitude that we know?
The sporting and marathon pride of our nation. These efforts today determine the future, not just for our athletes, but for generations to come.
We look forward to do much more in 2024. We are targeting about 5 million trees to be planted across the schools in Elgeyo Marakwet. Train more students, launch more environmental clubs. That way, we can be able to have a sustainable model of environmental conservation in Elgeyo Marakwet and even share these experiences across the country.
It's therefore a clarion call for unity and creating synergy in safeguarding our athletes' ecosystem, and that explains why no one should be left behind, underscoring the importance of prioritizing climate resilience and sustainable practices for our athletes beyond the collective celebration and magical feeling of victory on the podium. The now beyond Kenya unites the world.
Kuna watu wengi sana wananiuliza kuna uhusiano gani, kwa sababu hii hafla yenye iko hapa, mbali na kukimbia kwa minajili ya kusaidia vijana wetu wakuze talanta yao, tumekimbia pia ili tuweze tukaeneze mambo ya utunzaji ya mazingira na mambo ya kupanda miti. Kazi yenye tuko hapa ni ya environment. Na watu wengi wanauliza, wewe ni waziri wa barabara na uchukuzi, ina uhusiano gani na mambo ya environment? Nataka niwaambie kwamba my ministry contributes immensely. Almost 30% of carbon emissions in the country inatoka kwa transport. Na kama transport sector, sisi tunataka kushikana na washikadau wengine kama county government, tuhakikishe tunachangia upande wetu kwa mambo ya upanzi wa miti kwa nchi na utunzaji ya mazingira. Mmeona ile hasara imetokea kwa El Nino wakati maji na sweep mabarabara zetu na inaharibu mazingira na miundo msingi kwa sababu hatujatia maanani sana mambo ya utunzaji ya mazingira.
With the leadership of the athletes, incorporating sustainability into training circuits going forward will not only ensure better performance, but also instill a sense of responsibility among athletes towards the environment.
So mimi nasema kwamba sisi wote wakimbiaji wenzangu, wa coaches na wale wa marathons wakwe champion ya kupanda miti, kwa sababu miti ni why, kwa sababu ina maji kwanza, utakuwa na environment mzuri, utakuwa kwa altitude, kama ni altitude utapata altitude mzuri. The conducive environment will be available for athletes. Halafu pia najua kama miti ni mingi, maji inatoka. So mvua inanyesha na wale wakimbiaji ambaye we have around 3,000 athletes here, and all of them wanataka wanatumia maji. So bila maji hatuna why.
The rejuvenated Boston Training Circuit 1 E10, the greening and transformation of Kimarinj Stadium, and a community bonded in a shared commitment to sustainability is now a shared agenda in Love Embraced.
Able to do today with a team of almost 150, comprising the coaches and athletes and other stakeholders. We have been able to do around 1,200 tree seedlings of indigenous and some fruit trees. And that's in terms of climate mitigation subject based on Love Embrace in this county of Elgeyo Marakwet. This is just a starting point. Today being 9th of November. On 13th, as directed by the President, we'll be able to do even more. And we are looking forward to rehabilitate the training circuit, 57 kilometers, whereby we'll be able to plant more trees as the time continues. So we are grateful for that initiative that we have started today for the glory of God. And therefore the county, we are grateful that you are able to give us this opportunity and to allow us to partner with you in this very great initiative.
By championing sustainability, Itenes and indeed Elgeyo Marakwet County athletes are not just adapting to climate change, they're leading the charge towards a future where sports and environmental resilience go hand in hand.
Athletics, majorly. And athletics require, an environment that is clean, that is sound, that is good for their training. So we will be able to work with them and be part of that process to support, the system where athletes train, right from, the schools that we are working with, all the way to the athletes who have, excelled in their profession. So we look forward to working with them going into, the 2024 and even taking advantage to this, rainy season.
They are choosing to be eco-athletes, demonstrating resilience in the face of climate change and climate odds. The urgency is clear. Join the movement aligned with global climate commitments, sustainable development goals, and the power of sports in fostering a resilient, greener tomorrow.
What we are advising the county is to have athletic and community-based activities that we can use by empowering the community so that they can plant trees. This can be done in a very easy way. This is whereby we get a team of trainers and we train them on how to do nursery management. And mainly we focus on fruit trees that add economic value. You are more likely to get a farmer or a resident preserving a fruit tree because it has an economic benefit of the fruit itself and also now for the environment. Thirdly, we also have the benefit that if you do a fruit tree, you are going to have a better value when it comes to carbon credit. So the opportunity is there, the land is expansive, and all we need to do is to sit down and now engage the community by capacity building slowly by slowly, and we can be able to restore Iten back to its former glory.
Together, let's ensure the intersection of athletic prowess and environmental resilience for a future where champions thrive and nature flourishes.
For an athlete to run, it needs a lot of good air, and the tree always is a friendly to athletes. If you see in this Elgeyo Marakwet or here in Iten, if you go around the training area, we always train in a tree in an environmental area. So the significance of this tree is it will give us a lot of good health as athletes, and also make us to have that fresh air which the tree needs. So to me, this is the best thing to do, and we appreciate Baptist Church who have come up with this particular project, and we say thank you, and we continue on serving the environment.
Are you a corporate struggling to meet your ESG requirements and with a greater purpose while at it? Join us in offsetting your carbon emissions through this initiative while producing world champions who can carry your brand to the globe. Join the athletics community in Elgeyo Marakwet in shaping a legacy that transcends athletic achievements, a legacy of sustainability and harmony.
There's going to be a serious climate challenge, particularly here in Iten, that when there is not enough trees or the ecosystem is disturbed, even the athletes who come to train here are going to have a difficult time getting the best climate for their training. So what we would propose is the county should look for ways in partnership with other stakeholders. Like in this case, we are working with the public with Parklands Baptist Church under the Love Embrace. And for me, as climate minders and our team, we are focusing on consultancy and advice of what needs to be done so that we can recover and restore what has been damaged the last 10-15 years, to have the best training facility for the athletes in Iten.
As we together champion change and become good stewards of our environment, join us in the journey towards climate resilience, where athletes excel and nature thrives.
The taking care of the environment, first is to say thank you that we are here to take part of this initiative as we take care of the environment. Even as the word of God directs us in the book of Genesis, when God told Adam, he has been given the earth to fill it and to take care of it. Part of taking care of the environment is particularly now like tree planting, make sure that we are not cutting the trees. After we engage on this county, we have seen how many trees are being cut every day, like 2,800. This is just a starting point. Zechariah chapter 4, not despite the humble beginnings, that we are planting these trees, that it will be a culture now that has been initiated in this county as we mitigate the climate aspect in this county. And so we are together with our partners, the athletes, the county leadership of Elgeyo Marakwet, we are saying ni mwanzo mpya wa kuangalia mazingira yetu.
Together, let's create a legacy of sustainability in the heart of Iten, where the promise of the home of champions in sustainability will mirror endless possibilities.